low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go.
Brian Giles with Brian Giles MTG. Now, I know that I haven't made videos in a while. A lot of it had to do with the fact that my old apartment got flooded because the unit above mine caught fire and the water damaged everything, and I had to find a new apartment. Also, because of that, a lot of the stuff, like my old computer and stuff, got damaged. And thirdly, because here in my new apartment, the upload speed is atrocious, and I tried doing it for the last set, and it just it just took forever. It took like 2 hours versus like maybe 15 or 20 minutes when I was living at my old place. And I'm going to try a different approach because now I have a fully functioning laptop that I have that basically like a computer that I have, except it doesn't have quite as much memory, and that's going to cause me to have to save up to get a little extra memory for that laptop, so it's up to snuff for what I have, versus my desktop. That being said, we're here for Marvel Superheroes, the Universes Beyond crossover for Magic the Gathering. So they had an initial reveal back in December. Again, I was not able to, and with the initial reveal, I never really go over the cards anyway. I wait until the full spoilers come out. But even then, all the stuff intervenes between that time and now. So, starting our list off, and there's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of videos, and this is only day 2. But there was a lot revealed in the first initial reveal. So these first cards are from that initial reveal, including Sentry, the Golden Guardian. The Sentry Golden Guardian is a white and 3 for a 5/5 flying vigilance indestructible. But when he enters, target opponent creates the Void, a legendary 5/5 black horror villain creature token with flying and indestructible. The Void attacks each combat if able. So there's a downside to playing this, but I'm sure someone's going to break it at some point. That wasn't that impressive, but then we get our first look at a different Captain America. Now, the first Captain America was in the Marvel Secret Lair, and a lot of people like that Captain America. But this Captain America is Captain America Super Soldier, with 2 white and 1 for a 3/2 human soldier hero with first strike. He enters with a shield counter on. Yeah, on point. As long as Captain America has a shield counter on him, you and other heroes you control have hexproof. Okay, so hard to get rid of. Protects both you and your other heroes. It's really nice. Good value for 3 mana. And with the stuff that comes up later, you can make him even better. Now, here's one of the first things people were clamoring about. This is the coming of Galactus. Now, a lot of this was hyped because this was coming out right around the time that the Fantastic Four movie was going to come out. And, or at least that's when it was initially to be revealed. But things got changed around and everything. So, 2 black, a green, and 2 for an enchantment saga called Coming of Galactus. Chapter 1, disrupt 1 target non-land permanent. That kind of hurts. Chapters 2 and 3, each opponent loses 2 life. Chapter 4, create Galactus, a legendary 16/16 Elder Alien creature token with flying, trample, and whenever Galactus attacks, destroy target land. Yeah, and I do get the vibe. He still dies to removal, but that's, and recently it was spoiled that there's a way to break this with a card from Doctor Who and a commander from I can't think of what it was now. Hang on a second, I will look that up. It was just hang on a second here. I've got to. Oh, that's right. You're watching. Never mind. We'll talk about that later. I'll remember it later. But yeah. I'm sorry. I'm used to being able to just go and look some. I'm used to live streaming. That's what I've been doing a lot because I've got my my webcam and I can live stream. So I'm used to being able to live stream and not have people not see what I'm looking up. It's like, oh yeah, I'm recording this. You can tell I'm not on my game with this, but there's a way to break that, and it's not fun. So next up we have Bruce Banner. Now we're going with the double-faced cards, but these you kind of like the cards you had from the Strixhaven set, which you can pay to have one side or the other. This you can pay it, or you can pay it and then transform it. So Bruce Banner is a legendary human scientist hero that you can pay XX, tap it and draw X cards, activate only as a sorcery. Or you can pay 2 red, 2 green, and 2 to flip him, and he becomes the Incredible Hulk, which is 2 red, 2 green, and 2 if you want to pay him outright for an 8/8 legendary Gamma Berserker hero with reach and trample that has enrage. Whenever Incredible Hulk has dealt damage, put a +1/+1 counter on him. If he's attacking, untap him, and there's an additional combat phase after this phase. So, yeah, people have paired this with Caltrops, and I'm going to say, yeah, that's going to work. Next up we have Quicksilver Brash Blur. Now this also will be in a different art for like one of the in-store events. So he is 1 red mana for a 1/1 legendary mutant hero. If he's in your opening hand, a lot like the ley lines, you can begin the game with him on the battlefield. He has haste. And he has a power-up. Now, power-up is explained as it's a one-time ability like the exhaust from Aether Drift. But you can use, if you use it on the turn it comes into play, you can use its mana cost to reduce the cost of the power-up. So for 5 mana, red and 4, you put a 1/1 counter on him. And he has and a double strike counter, so it's a permanent counter. So, again, if you get him later in the game, or if you have a way to power him up right immediately, like. So, you could do a lot of interesting things. You probably it's interesting. Now here is Baron Helmet Zero. Again, when this was revealed, there was a lot of hype around him. So he's 3 black mana for a 3/3 legendary human noble villain. Whenever you cast a black spell from your hand, he connives. Now that's an ability from Streets of New Capenna. Basically, when you connive, you draw a card. If it's a non-land card, you can put it into your hand, and then you put a +1/+1 counter on him. And he has a boast ability, which is from Kaldheim. Exile any number of black cards from the graveyard with 15 or more black mana symbols among their mana costs. Copy those exiled cards and you cast up to 3 of those copies without paying their mana cost. Okay, so, big black flashy spells. Crick, Son of Yawgmoth, the new Pox Plague. If your table allows it. Did somebody say BFG? Yeah. And you can bring this dude out turn 1 with a Dark Ritual, which arguably you get in the commander decks in this set, and we'll talk about that one later. So hoo-ha. Next up is another reveal from the initial reveal. Dr. Doom at 2 black and 4. He's only a 3/3 for a legendary human scientist villain, but when he enters, you create 2 3/3 colorless robot villain creature artifact tokens named Doombot. As long as you control an artifact, creature, or plan, we'll explain what plans mean in a different video. Dr. Doom has Indestructible. Well, there's a plan that goes with this Dr. Doom, and yeah, you're gonna have problems. At the beginning of your end step, you draw a card and you lose a life. So you want some life gain in your deck to offset this, but I bet you there are other versions of Dr. Doom that do have lifelink. So next up is Super Scroll. Now, when this was revealed at the initial reveal, a lot of people compared this to a black version of Kenrith the Return because it has, all these different abilities. It's 3 black and 1 for a 4/5 Legendary Skull Shapeshifter villain. He has flying, a white and 2, and you create a 0/4 colorless wall creature token with Defender. A green and 3, Super Scroll gets +4/+4 till end of turn. A red and 4 Super Scroll deals 4 damage to target creature. Blue and 5 target player draws 4 cards. Now again, this is meant to mimic those Fantastic Four's powers, but it's more expensive. It's not as powerful as Kenrith was, but you can do some stuff with this as a 5-color commander, maybe. But you're going to be wanting to do something. This would go into a 5-color deck for sure. Next up is the these are the commanders out of the Fantastic Four commander deck. So a white and 2 for a 3/3 legendary human hero. In combat in your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, create a 0/3 colorless wall creature token with Defender and Reach. And whenever you attack, you can pay the colors of the Fantastic Four, which is red, green, white, blue. When you do, target creature gets +1/+0 till end of turn for each creature you control and can't be blocked this turn. Then you have Mr. Fantastic, which is a blue and 2 for a 2/4 human scientist hero with vigilance and reach. That's not bad in itself. Beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, draw a card. And for the 4 mana, which is red, green, white, blue, copy target triggered ability you control twice. Choose new targets for the copy. Hoo-ha! I can think of something that would fit in, but that's a story for another day. Then we have Human Torch, a red and 3 for a 3/2 legendary human hero. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, he gains flying and double strike and haste till end of turn. And when he attacks, if you pay that red, green, white, blue, until end of turn, he deals combat damage to an opponent. He deals that much damage to each other opponent. Okay, again, there's things later on in the videos that this is gonna make better. And next up, we have The Thing, Ben Grimm, a green and 5 for a 5/5 legendary human hero with trample, which isn't bad. 6 mana for a 5/5 trample. Beginning of combat on your turn, if you cast a non-creature spell this turn, put 4 +1/+1 counters on the Thing. Man, if you're playing, some big fight, like a giant growth with this thing on combat, it's an 8/8 that turns into a 12/12 trample. That's gonna hurt in the morning. And whenever he attacks, you may pay the red, green, blue, white, blue, and double the amount of each kind of counters on target permanents you control. Well, that's gonna feel kind of ouch. Yeah, that makes that 12/12 into a 16/16. Yeah, the Thing can go up against that Galactus token of yours. I'm not so sure you want that. And lastly, for this video, we've got the comic book cover thing for Namor the Submariner. Now, its casting cost is 2 blue and 1 for a legendary mutant merfolk villain. Now, this is villain, so this is not before he became an Avenger. He's got flying. He's a star 4, and his power is equal to the number of merfolk you control. So your merfolk deck are going to like him as a commander. When you cast a non-creature spell with 1 or more blue mana symbols in its mana cost, create that many 1/1 blue blue merfolk creature tokens. Oh dear. There's a number of non-creature spells, especially if you're playing like extra turns and stuff like that. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. So we're gonna stop here because we're just past 21 minutes, and we'll see you on the next video.